What is up, guys? It's the John Gasm coming at you today with a brand new conspiracy theory. This is going to be in my cartoon conspiracy theory series, but it's not a cartoon conspiracy. No, sir or ma'am or whoever is watching this video. This is a conspiracy theory about the very famous movie by James Cameron called Titanic. If I'm being honest with you guys, and I will only ever be honest with you guys, I really hate this movie a lot. I understand why it's famous, because it's a love story and it's a tragedy. It's like Romeo and Juliet. People just eat that stuff up for some reason. But personally, I'm not a fan of James Cameron or almost any of his movies. Didn't like Avatar either. I hate how everything that he does has to be a love story. And I don't know, I just get sick of it. But Titanic in particular, I really don't like. I've only seen the movie a couple times, but that's all it took for me to decide that it's not a very good movie. Something that makes me a little bit more interested in it, though, is this new conspiracy theory. The theory is that Jack, Leonardo DiCaprio's character, is a time traveler sent from the future to save Rose from committing suicide. Rose is the girl that's played by Kate Winslet, the main girl in the movie. Now, this sounds kind of ridiculous, but I'm going to present to you guys a couple of facts about this movie that I found that make it seem pretty legit. Again, just like in the last conspiracy theory video, for the sake of clarity and because of the fact that I haven't seen this movie in a really long time, I'm just going to read straight off of my computer to you guys and explain it to you. So if you're like me and haven't seen the movie in a while, I will reiterate the plot to you. It's basically about a girl named Rose who is engaged to a guy named Cal Hockley. I think that's his name. Cal Hockley. And the main reason he's engaged to her, or she's engaged to him, is because her family, the DeWitt family, is having financial problems, and this Cal Hockley guy, he's just absolutely loaded. And if she marries him, all of the family's financial problems are going to go away. Now, Rose really doesn't want to marry this guy, but she's just kind of getting forced into it by her mother. And because of the fact that she doesn't want to be with him for the rest of her life, she actually considers committing suicide. She goes to the stem of the boat, which is the front, I believe, and she's about to jump off. And Jack, Leonardo DiCaprio's character, he runs up, he stops her, or he grabs her, and he convinces her that she doesn't want to commit suicide. After this point, events kind of spin out of control. Jack ends up painting Rose naked for some reason. She's got a necklace, and the boat sinks. So yeah, that's basically the whole movie in like 10 seconds. So now getting to the theory, why did Jack want to stop Rose from committing suicide? If you think about it, if Jack is in fact a time traveler and he knew that Rose was going to commit suicide, he was sent back to stop her because her dying would have created an alternate timeline. And I will get into that right now. So let's take a moment to think about it. If Rose actually did jump to her death, chances are the boat would have stopped to look for her. I don't know if this is a standard procedure on most cruise ships. I would like to think that it was. Even if it wasn't, if it's this extremely wealthy guy, he's just this obviously some bigwig who's very important, they're probably going to stop the boat to look for his fiancée who just jumped off and might be dead. The temporary delay in the boat stopping could have changed the boat's complete course, could have made the weather warmer over time, and there's not a guaranteed chance that the boat would have hit the iceberg. So the boat may have never hit the iceberg. All of these people who died in the incident would never have died, and the one person who wasn't supposed to, Rose, would have died. Because if you're jumping off the front of a cruise ship, I don't care if the cruise ship does stop to try to save you, you're probably going to be dead, especially in the Alaskan Arctic weather that they were sailing in. But now you're thinking, John, why wouldn't have Jack just gone and told the captain to look out for the iceberg? So then all of these people wouldn't have died, Rose would have definitely survived, and etc. If you think about it, Jack is a poor, completely broke artist who I'm pretty sure actually snuck onto the ship, if I'm remembering the movie correctly. He's not even supposed to be there. What are the chances that the captain is going to listen to this guy who, in his opinion, is like a peasant, some third class, bottom class type of person, when he says, watch out for an iceberg? So whether Jack would have told the captain or not, it wouldn't have made a difference. Also, the reason Jack was spending so much time with Rose throughout the movie is because he needed to make sure that she survived. It wasn't just an issue of her not committing suicide at that point. She needed to stay alive throughout the entire movie. Or in that universe, the whole cruise ship ride. So it turns out that Jack did buy his ticket. I was wrong on that one, sorry. But he had to gamble to get the money together to buy the ticket. Now, why would getting on that cruise ship be so important that he was willing, for just a normal guy, he wanted to go on the cruise ship so bad that he was gambling away money that he really shouldn't be spending any to begin with to get on the ship? That's kind of weird. Not only that, but he mentions fishing at a lake called Lake Wissota. In Lake Wissota, if you aren't familiar with what that is, it is a man-made lake that was created in 1917, which is 5 years after the events of the Titanic. In addition to the whole, talking about, settings that don't really make sense, he also tells Rose that he will take her on a roller coaster at the Santa Monica Pier, which wouldn't even be built until 1916, so that's 4 years after the Titanic sank. Why would Jack have known about these places if they didn't exist yet? It's because he's a time traveler. Yeah, that's why. Now there's like 2 more little things that are more like fashion, kind of small things that seem a little bit out of place. The haircut, the style of hair that Jack has, wasn't common for the time period in the 1912 around. His haircut was a little bit more shaggy and a little unkept. So, I mean, that could also be a sign that he was just that broke that he couldn't even afford a haircut. But also, if you think about it, I don't know, that's a little bit weird. You think you could at least find a comb. Also, throughout the film, he carries around like a rucksack, and the rucksack that he uses isn't even common to be seen around anywhere until the 1930s. So that's also interesting. Again, maybe it's because he's an artist, maybe it's because he's contemporary and all that, but his character, I mean, he was an artist, but I don't know, he doesn't seem like he's like that kind of artist, where he's like, oh, look at my bag and look at my hair, you know what I mean? So, those 2 facts are kind of toss-ups. Now, this is something that I thought was really cool, if it makes sense. James Cameron also has another movie all about time travel. It's called The Terminator. The Terminator is an awesome movie. Okay, that is a good James Cameron movie. It is possible that Rose's character is Sarah Connor's grandmother. I did do a little bit of research, and when Rose finally does get married, her last name is not Connor, it's actually Calvert, but it is possible that she gave birth to Sarah Connor's mother, whose last name was Connor, and then she had Sarah. So, that's kind of cool, I think. But that is it, guys. That is basically the theory. I really hope that you guys liked that one. I always say that all the theories I do are like one of my favorite theories, but that one, just because it kind of puts a better spin on a really terrible movie, I do like that one a lot. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to comment down below what you guys thought of the theory. Tell me about a cartoon conspiracy theory I should do next time. I'm debating between Samurai Jack or Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Those are the 2 big ones that I get requested to do a lot, so those might be the ones that you see over the next 2 weeks. But either way, let me know. Give me some ideas. I'd love to hear them. On top of commenting, you can also rate, give this video a big old thumbs up if you really like the theory. And if you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. I strongly encourage it. And I will be uploading these theories every Tuesday for the next couple months. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I love you all. You're beautiful. Stay awesome and stay fresh.